Good morning, travelers. It is day 6 and we are in Ketchikan. And apparently we won the weather lottery again today because it's gorgeous outside, so I'm really excited to go and explore the town. I think I've been here before once, but if I have, it would have been the first time I went to Alaska, and that was many years ago, so it's something that I'm looking forward to. I am doing a shore excursion, and it meets on the pier at 12:45. It is now only 10:30 and I need to go get breakfast. I think we're going to be clearing customs at 11, and so I need to get a move on. I'll let you know what happens. And the show does not allow video photography. It doesn't allow video, but they allow photography, and they actually run a contest where the best photograph that someone submits to them winds up on the cover of the next Lumberjack show calendar. And so that's fun. So since I couldn't take videos, I was doing the phone as my recorder, and I had it in photo mode, and I just kept tapping photos. So I have what looks a bit like, I mean, I could probably put a time lapse together if I wanted to, but yeah, that was sort of my take on it, and I got some good pictures, so I will include the better ones. I went to the Tongass Historical Museum, and that was a nice little museum. It was only $6 to get in for adults, and they had some nice exhibits about the history of the area. And then they had another exhibit talking about the sustainability that they were doing. And so that was very interesting. Historic Creek Street, of course, where everyone takes a picture. I think there's a lot of critters in here somehow.
Yeah, exactly.
You're welcome. I also stopped and got lunch at, I believe it was the New York Cafe, And they had really good poke. That was good. And they don't always have it, so that was a special. So when I asked the waitress, because I was waffling between that and the fish and chips, she said, well, we don't always have the poke, and the poke is awesome. So I went with that, and I was not disappointed. And then I wandered through Creek Street and shopped. Saw the salmon. Saw them kind of circling, you know, the ones that were left. There was a fair amount of them dead on the banks as well, which is the natural order of things. Varmints come down and eat them afterwards. This is a very fancy fish. Hello, fellow travelers. It is the end of day 6, and we have left Ketchikan. It was a good day. I had a great time. I've never been to the Lumberjack show that I recall, and so going there was a lot of fun. It's interesting, though, because I bought the ticket as a shore excursion through the ship, and usually when you have a shore excursion, you have some kind of idea of transportation, but that's not how this worked. So I was supposed to be at the dock at like 12:45. It was probably, well, I got off the ship early, so I wandered around for a little bit, but then I came back to the tour area. It was probably not more than 12:15 or 12:30 at the very latest. And there was no one there with the signs for our tour, but there was a lady there that had a clipboard that said Koningsdam tours. And so I went over to her, and she was talking to another couple who were apparently asking about the Lumberjack show. And she said, oh, well, what you do is you don't actually, you don't do anything else but just walk through town and go to it. And then you show them the ticket that you purchased. And I was like, oh, well, I'm glad I found that out, because it said we were supposed to meet at the dock at 12:45 and we were supposed to leave at 1, which assumes we'd go as a group, but apparently not. So she gave me directions on how to get there. from the dock, and it is pretty straightforward. You just, you come out of the parking lot, you hang a right, you go all the way down until you can't go down anymore, and then you hang a left. So that's it. And then you'll see a sign that says Lumberjack Show. So I didn't have a reservation, but I went over to Canaletto's for dinner anyway, and they were able to see me right away. And oh my goodness, it was during the sail away, and it was the sunset, and it was so beautiful. And you couldn't ask for a better view. The weather was gorgeous, and we just really lucked out today with the weather. I went down to Billboard on Board, which is what they call the piano bar there. And it's actually got two pianos facing each other, so you can actually do dueling pianos if you want. But this was a person who was singing, and he was largely doing Simon and Garfunkel, because it was apparently somebody had requested that. And he was good. I enjoyed him. And then he started branching out into other songs as well after a set with just Simon and Garfunkel or just Paul Simon. And yeah, that was fun. And now I am back in my room because tomorrow I have to be up at the crack of dawn to film things like the pool deck and the casino when there's no one in them. And to finish all the things I need to do for the ship tour. And I'm going to manage to have some fun as well. I will let you know how it goes. Solo Sue signing out.